Lots of teachers have asked me how you know if your items on your computer are being backed up to Google, just in case if you have a computer issue. So I wanted to walk you quickly through that so you can see. First off, start on your desktop, and down here with all of your icons in the bottom, you're looking for the caret that goes up to display the rest of your icons, and you're looking for a little cloud in there. So if you find a cloud, you'll find a variety of different arrows on the cloud. You may find the cloud has the spinning arrows like mine do. That means it's currently syncing. You may find an arrow that points up. That means it is uploading, but it doesn't maybe have anything to currently sync. Or you may find a pause or stop button. And if you find a pause or stop button, that means that for whatever reason your sync was paused or stopped, and you need to reactivate it so it keeps syncing all the time. So if you ever have that issue of a pause or a stop button, you're going to click on your little cloud and be patient. There it goes. I clicked on my cloud, and up here you're going to notice in the corner, this is kind of your, I guess, your control panel for this. You would click the three dots and you'll notice I have a pause, but if yours is paused, you would click the resume button, and you should notice that once you resume, things should start syncing again and you should be good to go. You may get notifications, hey, you removed this item from your desktop. Do you also want to remove it from Google Drive? I typically do this so that it keeps the things the same and I don't have files in my Google Drive that are not on my desktop. So I'm just going to finish updating all of this. Okay. So, of course, it doesn't like me at this point. However, if you click the up arrow and you don't find a cloud here in your hidden icons, or you don't see it on your taskbar somewhere, it's a good sign that while the program may be on your computer, you are not doing any syncing. So if you're looking for it, it's called Google Backup and Sync. Let's see, backup. Here it is. It's called Backup and Sync from Google. So if you search your computer for this, if you have a new machine, the tech should have already put this on your new machine. You click Backup and Sync from Google. Give it a moment. Not what I wanted. If you click Backup and Sync from Google, a screen should load allowing you to sign in, and you'll need to sign in using your Olmsted credentials and then set your backup and sync settings, which I'm going to walk you through next. So once you sign in with your Olmsted credentials, you'll have three different tiers that they walk you through. So the first one is asking, what do you want to sync from your computer? So you have the option to sync any of the major folders from your computer. I have it sync my desktop document, pictures. Downloads I probably don't need to sync because I keep those pretty cleaned out, and my videos. That's where I store all these training videos, kind of like this one. You can choose folder and select. Optionally, you do have the ability to add USB devices and SD cards if you want those to sync to your Google Drive as well. Just keep in mind, if they're not plugged in, things aren't going to sync. I have it set to ask before removing both copies. Most people don't like that. So you have another option. If you delete something on your computer, do you want it to remove the copy in Google Drive as well? I typically like to keep them the same. I can set it to never, or I can set it to always. Google Photos, you can upload newly added photos to Google Photos. I don't use this feature. I might have used it had I been in the classroom still. So your next tool is not uploading, but how do you want to be able to access? So some people like to access their Google Drive via their computer so that they don't have to go to Google Drive online. You can pull that back down so that you can access it directly via your computer. Some people like this option. I've never really bothered to use it, but it does matter to some people. And then settings, obviously, you can disconnect your account, re-sign in, show warnings, open backup and sync on system startup. So I want this to start automatically when I start at my computer, and show file status, sync icons, and right-click menu. If you ever need to get back to this preference screen and change your preferences, once you have backup and sync running, if you click on that little cloud and wait a moment, and this shows up here and I can see what's currently syncing. If I click my three dots over here and click preferences, it will open the screen I just talked about. But the big thing is if you don't see that cloud, that typically means that you don't either have it running or you've never set it up. Just because the text put the program on your computer doesn't mean it's actually set up. Now, the next question I have is, a lot of people ask, where in the world do I find my items in Google Drive? So I opened up a browser. I'm in Chrome. That works probably the best with Google programs because it's owned by Google. Go to drive.google.com, and when I get to my Google Drive, you'll notice you have your Drive folder, you have your shared drives, but down here you have computers. And then I have my laptop and my laptop 1. So I know that this is really, I could rename this to HP Laptop 2019. And then I could rename this one to Surface 2019. So I can quickly tell which computer is which. And if I go and click under my Surface, you'll notice that I see the same folders that I saw on my computer. So my desktop, it's going to have the same exact folders, icons, whatever I have on my desktop is going to be organized exactly the same in this folder. So if I click in this folder, I'm going to see everything on my desktop and any folders on my desktop. If I click in documents, I'm going to see all of my documents, and so on and so forth. So they're going to be organized the same way you organize your files on your computer. So it shouldn't be very confusing because they're going to be in the same folders, they're going to be the same file types. If you upload a file, if a file has been uploaded like a flip chart, remember you have to download the flip chart in order to view it again. But the nice thing is that file that's been uploaded, that's all the updated information. So when it's updating your files, just in case if your computer crashes, you're still able to get those and bring them back down to your machine. Same thing when you get a new computer. So I strongly encourage you to double check your preferences and double check that you actually have your backup and sync working on your machine, because you never know when something might go wrong or you might need your files but be in another location. The cool thing also is you can now access all of your computer files from your home computer or wherever else you sign into your Google Drive at. Just keep in mind that certain files you can't open unless if you have the program on that computer.